Alright guys, welcome to No Young No Auld with myself, Jonny, and my co-host, Craig.
Fucking be.
And today we have the big CEO, the top dog, the main man, Cruicky. Welcome to the podcast.
How you doing, guys?
You buzzing to be on it?
I am, because I promised you this when you came in.
I know.
Aye, this
Because you seen us and went top dogs, I need to be on theirs.
Aye.
I loved it because of you being on one of my podcasts.
Aye.
And I was like, I fucking loved that guy, man.
Aye.
His energy was fucking phenomenal. And that was it. And then I messaged you saying, would you have your own podcast? And you're like, me and my mate would love to do that. And then I
We've
met you.
always spoke, like,
We always talk about it,
for
man.
years, man. We've always said do something like this because we always thought about doing it like my fucking hut and shit like that. And
These are so fucking natural.
Because it's just one of the ones we just talk straight really. We
I
talk to everybody.
I always feel that, like, see if you've got a wee bit of life experience.
Sorry, guys, 2 weeks.
Oh fuck, is it for a shout? I do feel like everything alright?
That's right.
I do feel like see a wee bit of life experience is easy.
Aye.
I don't know. Like I feel like there's always something that we can talk about and always
That's
something
it.
we can relate to.
And we've open-minded, so
100%.
as I said, everybody's got different opinions.
Aye.
We're not getting into politics yet, we spoke about politics because Louise says to me, you're on the phone to your boyfriend when you phone me, Cruicky. Because me and you talk all the time. So
I can't help it, I love Trump.
I know. So basically, like, we're open-minded, we'll talk to everybody about anything. Their
Aye.
opinion, just because it's different to ours, doesn't make it right.
I fucking love to speak to people with different opinions.
Aye.
I've got a fairy. I just hate every cunt.
Well, people, I fucking get that, but like we were talking like before, we've spoken about this a good few times, and I keep talking about fucking energies and stuff like that, and I don't think I'd be as enthusiastic about doing this if you weren't involved.
Aye.
I think if
Aye.
we were coming here every weekend and it was just us two pressing a fucking button on a camera,
It'd be shite.
it kind of takes away the wee ritual that we've got now.
Aye.
I think everybody probably here feels the same.
100%, and this is something I'm kind of glad you brought up because when you came in here, there was a kind of bad energy in here
Yeah.
for numerous different reasons, and you came in like a breath of fresh air, and you walked in, and I've met you before a few times, and then I met you
Yeah, so
that
I
day,
never known what
and
fuck's
I
going
think I messaged was the same day.
Aye.
I messaged, I said, by the way, guys, you just brought an energy into this house, and I'm so fucking grateful for it.
Aye.
And it has, and ever since that moment, it's just fucking changed.
Aye.
Like, but every company has that kind of thing.
Aye, sometimes.
100%.
Aye,
Aye.
where it takes it hits the rough patch.
Aye.
And you brought me out the rough patch, to be
Aye.
honest, which is kind of surreal because of, just stuff that was happening in my personal life at the time. He's really turned shit around for me.
Aye.
And I owe you a lot for that.
Aye.
I do owe you a lot for that, and I'm eternally grateful. And
Aye. I do feel it's like we're talking about energies
Aye.
and life stuff like that, and like it's amazing with something so simple like us two just showing up.
Aye, because we
Just-
bounced off each other,
we,
me
we
and you
fucking
straight away.
we love this, and I'm like people keep talking
Aye.
people talk to me about this all the time, and
Does your head in, doesn't it?
people talk to me about this all the time, and I love talking about it. I've actually last night when I was out, I got a few people to subscribe, man. I'm like,
Aye.
fucking subscribe, watch, because they mentioned something. I mean, I'll go into that. There's going to be something on there for you to watch, football stuff or stuff, whatever.
Well, it was Rangers post added us last night.
Did they? Aye.
Subscribed. I don't know if it was one of the guys.
Might have been, I don't fucking know, because it's
There was a Polish boy added us last night. Or
Maybe
maybe
I
Polish.
prefer speaking to a load of people, man. It was fucking, I can barely remember it for last night. But like I said, just it's mad how something like this can flip your mindset.
Yeah.
Because we've not done anything special.
No, we've just come in and
No, you
had a
should
laugh
just
with you
yourselves.
and just
Aye.
beating ourselves.
I'm not saying
It's the energy you give off.
Aye.
It's very contagious, by the way.
Aye.
That's why your show's taking off so quickly and it's starting to grow naturally. And like, it's quite a strange statistic. I worked out the other night. Since I started the company 6 months ago and I've been uploading to YouTube for 5 months,
Aye.
like usually number 2 and the people that have brought the most subscribers to the channel.
It's wild, that.
Crazy, man.
And that's the thing, like
Then that's a true statistic.
aye.
I know. But you've got
Because
obviously.
you've been here, what, a month or
He's
two?
raging, he's number
Wonder-
2.
I know, I'm
He messaged
fucking
me last night,
no.
by the way, we're fucking number 2.
Says I want number 1. No, it's good that we're all. Everybody needs to. We're all up in our game. Let's be honest. Everybody is.
Everybody,
Aye.
there's a there's an atmosphere and an energy in this place and now it's fucking unmatched. Like,
Aye.
Because the place is jumping, man, constant.
everybody involved and everybody top to bottom. Obviously, you got Wheatley, Register, Ryan, Jay, new show.
I
They've
think that'll be
they've
brilliant.
kind of matched your energy.
Aye.
Maybe a wee bit borderline, but and then you've got wee Megan who's come back and she's come back with a different mindset, a
she's
different hero
amazing.
and all that. She's come back with this business seed and she's got a vision and she's manifesting it, and I love that. I love seeing it, and I love seeing people doing that. Just tunnel vision. It's great, and I'm so happy she's come back.
Aye, big time.
You get Kelsey come in roughly about the same time you guys, and it brought the same. You kind of matched off each other and had the same kind of energy, and it was brilliant. And then you've got the people who've been here for a while, like Kai and things like that, and fucking you've got wee Gaz Smith. You get other people come in, JJ and things like that. If I'm missing anybody out, I'm sorry, Meg and all that. But there seems to just be this absolute. I don't know. It feels like a team again,
Aye.
Well,
and
like,
that's been missing.
That's
for a
so
wee while.
we've no, like we're not going, we're not there yet. Not, I mean, we're still trying to hit that
Yeah.
big 1,000, but
That's the thing. But people in the have been in social media for a while or in this industry for a while who are looking for this routes. And Jay's been bouncing around social media for a hell of a long time, and he's very successful in it. He's had big accounts and things like that, and loads of followers. And he said it to me, and like, well, I'm not portraying any confidence, but he's like, it's nothing like that out there. It's nothing out there like this at all.
Aye.
It's very unique, mate, and it's like he said in one of the wee clips, in 2 years' time, this will be on top kind of thing. And I have that feeling.
like
I've said that to you for day one. I can see, as I said, Gerald, you text there. You go, we get the 1,000, then we hit the 10. We go for the we all go for the 10,000. Then it's 100,000. Then we go for that million.
It's mad how, because I know a few people do YouTube, and they're running about like kind of 10,000 subscribers. It's mainly car related stuff, and they've always said you're up until 1,000, you're more or less the skid mark of YouTube.
Yeah.
You're forgotten to build that up to 1,000 is the hardest thing you'll probably find doing this.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't come easy afterwards, but there's an avenue for you then. You don't have to, it will come to you. That's what he's always said, because the first
100%.
the first 1,000, what takes like a year? Let's say a year it takes, you know what I mean? That's
We're 5 months.
Aye.
And we're very close to the 1,000.
Very close now. We're very close.
And it's kind of surreal, because like there is actual YouTubers in this network, like Danny. Ear Candy Danny has his own YouTube channel. It's monetized and very successful, 70,000 views and all that on these episodes. And he said it took him years to get to the 1,000. It's like, because you're not in any algorithm.
No,
That's
you're
the-
fucking,
It's all done off your own hard back until you hit the 1,000. Until you're actually making YouTube money. You're nothing. You're a skid mark. Like you said, you're a skid mark. So we've had to. And it's came down to all the people involved. That's the most important thing to say. Is it's all the people that have been involved, current, past, and present.
it all tells the story, doesn't it?
Right, past and present. It's all been the people that have come in and been involved that have done it. So I can only thank them for it.
Aye, and see, be fair, we've got like, obviously we don't know anything about podcasts and fucking stuff like that. Know what I mean? So we've been quite lucky to walk into a studio like this.
We
Know what
did
I mean?
say that. Like you're the back. Basically, we just come in and talk shite, but you're the backbone. You and Gary get the kind of
Aye,
a lot of the
Aye, we
background
do.
stuff,
couldn't
because
do
we
that.
couldn't. I couldn't edit it.
People don't realise what goes in it.
Aye, they don't.
I work 14 hours a day.
Aye,
It's fucking, it's
because you're non-stop. You're in that.
Plus
room
you've got-
I'm on
trying to
that
edit.
booth, I'm on calls, I'm trying to sort out new projects and things like that. Doing a million different things, and whoever said men can't multitask talks shit.
aye, I
Do
know.
you know what I mean? Because I've
Because you have
quickly
to.
learned that you
Aye.
can.
Aye, it's
When you've got to, you've got to. And you're fucking parents, so you will understand that. You got to multitask, you got to
you
fucking
have to,
multitask. So,
I mean, I like to be like, so I like wee challenges like that. I know it sounds sad as fuck, but see if I put the washing on, I suppose it'll be an hour and 15 minutes. I'll put the washing on, and then it'll give me an hour and 15 minutes to get all these other wee tasks done. So when that beeps, I'm ready to fucking hang the washing up. I'm sad as fuck, man.
Yeah.
I like the things.
Plus, how the fuck? How do you do an hour and 15 long watch? What
Just
you
the
watching?
eco, just the eco one.
Oh, you're a bit eco-friendly.
Aye,
I'm
just-
29 minutes. Use as much electricity as you want. And
I just give myself that wee hour and 15. Sometimes I click it on and then I sit down, and then next minute you're tick, and you're like, fuck. Done fuck all, man. It's just reminded me that I've been a lazy bastard for about an hour and 15 minutes.
but I like that. Well, I think laziness is important in life as well. As much as you're 100 mile an hour in life, you need to take time for yourself to be lazy.
aye, you need to enjoy a bit of chill time. And that's the
You do. You need to sit down for an hour or two and
Aye.
go, I'm doing nothing but scratching my balls.
Aye, 100%. Aye, because it's
I did that there for about 3 days. I'm enjoying myself too much.
You're not getting fuck all done. Because you do, man. Like, see, like, this is like my little reset. Like, the day, like,
Aye.
obviously, I was fucking, I've been struggling this morning. And, but, like,
You're
this is
struggling? Why are you
this is
struggling?
Man, I'm fucking hungover. I've not felt like this in a fucking long time, man. Like,
Can't handle his Guinness.
I was, like, see, when I got up to, in between thingies, I went to go to the toilet and see walking at that door, man, and I was like, woof. Everything just spun.
Did you?
Can't handle it.
But I feel magic now, but I feel like the coming here was the best hangover cure.
That's because you get to talk, you get your mind going. I think when your mind's gone, you've not got time to go for a hangover. Your mind can't just sit there overworking. So it's quite good. So
I don't know.
I was going to say, so talking about hangovers, yourself, you've been amazing with your sobriety. Do you like to talk about that?
Yeah.
It is
So
important.
how long have you been sober for?
About 4.5 years.
That's amazing, mate. That is genuinely outstanding.
It is, but I need to clarify something that I was never an addict, because I know you've
Yeah.
had Andy on
Aye.
here, and well, that guy's story was emotional. I think we were all quite emotional at the end of that episode. And I must admit, I was an abuser. I was an abuser of narcotics and alcohol. I was for a long, long time in my life. And yeah, I got to a crunch point where I tried to commit suicide. It wasn't a good attempt.
Shit, it didn't work, man. Honestly, put me in a mood sick in the day.
You need to plug the fucking, you need to plug the toaster in, Cruicky.
I know.
It wasn't. Thankfully, it wasn't a good attempt.
Aye.
And I'd put a suicide note on Facebook, and I'd woke up to missed calls and things like that. I actually fell asleep doing the act. I was that drunk. I fell asleep in the middle of doing it.
Fuck's sake.
And then from that point forward, I've never touched drink or drugs.
And it's
that.
mad because it's fucking, because it's temptation, fucking, the devil's
I
there
was
all
gonna
the
say,
time, man. It's fucking,
especially in this industry, you must have.
aye.
around about
No,
you.
I don't have temptation to.
Well, you look at me,
No.
fuck's sake, look
Aye,
at me this morning.
You look at him, he looks about 100-year-old.
Aye, I fucking
No.
aged so much in 24 hours.
No, I've no temptation at all. I live with two of my best pals when I was sober in Edinburgh, and like Steamboat, man. And
That's good
like,
then.
I'd go to my bed and leave them to it steaming. And I'd wake up in the morning and be rolling about in the fucking couch like the wee he'd had a heart attack.
Johnny probably found out that's probably one of the best things that probably happened to you, because a lot of people, when they kind of like, oh, I'm not getting involved with that, you stay away from it.
Aye.
Whereas you're probably still slightly surrounded with it, because people
Oh
start,
no,
you know what I mean?
I've flung myself in the deep end, mate.
Aye.
But I found another drug, and it's probably, yeah, I'd say it's a drug. I found energy.
Aye.
And 'cause you speak about it a lot. There's been a lot of spiritual people
Yeah.
come in here and they talk about angel numbers and all that stuff. And I found energy. It's sobriety is the most empowering thing in the world. So before I was sober, I'm a very emotional person.
Yeah.
I always have been. But I've never known how to control the emotion.
Aye.
So I had all this feelings and hurt and all this stuff going through me, and it was just madness.
Bunch of
I
noise.
couldn't harness it at all. And so I would turn to drinking, drugs, and craziness and toxicity and stuff. And when I got sober, it's like I became super empathic or something. Like I learned how to channel energy,
Yeah.
and that in itself is addictive.
Aye,
That's the most empowering thing. See, when you're able to, no matter where the energy comes from, or what scenario the energy comes from, if you learn how to channel that energy and harness it, you do so much.
Aye.
And that, but it's also a curse, because that in itself becomes addictive. So I notice my life dips when I don't have energy to feed off of.
yeah.
And that sounds bad.
Well, you don't, I take it you don't like kind of being yourself.
Aye.
No, ironically, I love being myself.
Aye.
That's how I recharge.
Yes, I love the fucking.
I bet you
I
love
need
your movies and that and your films.
I did, and it always on the background and things like that. And I did that because I like studying people and things like we spoke about off camera. I like watching body language and things like that, and best people to study are actors, aren't they?
Aye, you would have loved then. See, I'd like probably now, like if you'd have took yourself out in a younger body, probably still do this age anyway. But you would have probably enjoyed doing the security side of things, because that was a part of that. I keep saying
I was
that
gonna
judging people, right? But it
Yeah.
was like a skill set that you've learnt, and I don't think it's properly left me. You know what I mean? Like, whereas it is all energy. You know what I mean? Somebody could come up And like I said, they could look the part, they could be stone cold sober, but I've knocked people back like that just because I felt
Yeah,
like,
felt
Yeah,
the
sometimes
wee-
you don't always get the reading right.
Yeah.
I know, I never did, you know what I mean? But
And I get that as well, but there's something comes for that as well. Like I say, like very, I do chase energy in my life.
aye,
I thrill seek, whether that be negative energy, whether it be
Aye, aye,
positive energy, and that in all aspects of my life. I've done that before. I never knew how to handle it. I always used it for self harming.
Yeah.
I'd say self harming. So I used to use very toxic negative energy for self harming, and I'd either create that myself or I'll go and seek it.
aye,
Whereas now I use that kind of energy to make my life better.
Yeah.
I use it as fuel for the fire.
aye.
So like when I have bad things happening in my life, I generally take that energy and then I'll channel that into something positive.
Aye.
And it's since I've learned how to do that, like it's crazy. But a lot of that comes from self awareness as well. Like,
Yeah.
Big time. Aye.
like, I'm no fucking angel. Like he does. Like, I spent 30 odd years of my life playing the victim.
Aye.
And see when
That's
you realise that
fucking
you're not
exhausting.
when you stop calling yourself a victim, you're not a
That's
victim.
your number one thing you hate on it, people.
I hate victim mindset. Some people.
Aye, the
Aye.
victim, like, scrap it. Like, I'd say to anybody that's ever struggling, you're not a victim. You're just a human being.
Aye. I know.
You've either suffered by choices or other people, or suffered by your own choices.
Oh,
It all
I've-
comes
I'm-
down to choices in life.
I've fuck, you're just taking the words out my mouth, right? Because I've always said, like, see when you walk past, like, my boy, he's dead emotional when it comes to homeless people. See when we walk by a homeless person, he's like, why is he sleeping outside? And I could hit him with a sob story and go, oh, he's had a hard life. But I always tell him, it's because, sorry, son, but people have made choices in life. You know what I mean? There's been things that's happened
Yeah.
to them, right? But there's also choices. Like,
Yeah.
there's bad things that have happened to a lot of good people. But like you've said, they've turned it into like a positive energy.
Positive.
Whereas maybe that person, the choices he make, just sent him down a wrong path. Because there used to be where I worked, there was a homeless shelter. It was like a church at bottom of Bath Street. And kind of about 11 o'clock at night, they would close the doors, so people, all these other homeless people go into it. And I remember we spoke to them, like, see, we had a cup of coffee. We'd boom, here's a wee cup of coffee, because I'm not fucking. Anyways, I spoke to one this time, and he was saying, I was like, so, because he seemed normal. I know it's daft, they're all
Aye.
normal people, all humans, but he had his wits about me, wasn't he? Slurring, he wasn't drunk or anything like that. And I'm going, but how the fuck have you managed? How long have you homeless? And he's like, I've been about 6 months ago. What's happened? He's like, it says, had a wife, got kids, had a house, broke up with my wife, and then they're selling the house and supposed to get half and half money. He lied to everybody, said, I'm going to go and like fucking stay with a pal, but he didn't have anybody to stay with. So he made all these choices. Now, this is his life. And he actually said, I wouldn't go back. Which
because
is
it's
wild.
humbling.
Aye,
It's humbling.
aye.
Like, yeah, there's
But he sees
darkest times in your life is where you find yourself.
Aye, that,
Aye,
I've
big
always
time.
believed that.
Aye.
And I think this is very important because there's a misconception out there, I think, with people, especially getting into this area of self-helping and self-promotion, that dark times do always come back. That's
Aye.
a sad.
They're just waiting for you.
Yeah, it's
Aye.
they
The devil's
they
always waiting.
always come and come back.
Aye.
Just take advantage of the good times. And I've had something recently happen in my life. I'm not going into particulars
Yeah.
there because it's not particularly just my story.
Aye.
And I'll be respectful there, but it was the hardest thing I've ever had to experience in my life. And it nearly sent me back.
Aye.
It nearly took me into absolute darkness. And I was totally slipping. And I was putting on a good mask. Well, I think I was. I probably wasn't.
Aye.
You have witnessed a wee bit of it. But it was somebody new in my life, and I was talking to her about it, and she was saying, like, you're going to regress. You're going back the way, but you need to kind of address this stuff. And I was like, I know you're fucking right, man. Like, the weird thing is, like, I talk about harnessing energy. So I was taking bad energy from past and all that, and new stuff that was happening, or good energy, and I was funneling it, right? And I was using that as driving determination for whatever I was doing. But when this event happened in my life, without getting a chance to process that, everything else in my life started going really well.
Yeah.
Aye.
And, like, I had nowhere to funnel all that energy I had.
Aye.
Like, let's say, like, I thank yous for coming in. This is all happening about the same time, and I thank yous for coming in. So yous all brought the fortunes of this company and things, opportunities, which we'll talk a wee bit
Yeah.
about later. Everything else in my life started going well, and normally when I have bad scenarios in my life,
It snowballs.
I know, but I normally create it, so I normally channel that energy, but I never get the chance to channel this energy.
'cause that happens,
So I had all these emotions, and it's fucking mental. So I had all this good shit happening in my life, and I couldn't even enjoy it because I wasn't the one creating it.
Aye, that's it.
And that
big
sounds
Aye. I know what
bad in
you're saying.
itself.
Sounds, aye, does sound.
It sounds, but it's true because like there is like I say, it's very empowering. Like, sobriety and self awareness
Aye,
is
big time.
the most empowering thing you'll ever have.
I've always noticed that you need to notice everything. Basically, you need to. It's just
Yeah.
when
You know
your
what you're
energy,
doing,
you
know
know
what-
what you're doing. The energy, you
Well,
need to always look positive in a
I've
certain
always
sense
said
for
this.
everything.
It's like, see, well, like, and it never bad happens to you, whether it's like losing somebody or things like that. Like, I always find that people try and surround themselves, keeping them busy, all that kind of stuff. But always, people think, people do that to hopefully get rid of it. But all it does is just it's holding, sitting there ready. Once you're finished doing what you're doing, once you're finished working your ass to death, fucking this, that,
Yeah.
it's still going to be there. And it's just grief or like anything that's bad, it's always going to be there. You know what I mean? And it's an energy, like some people, like
It's an energy.
you're going to you could feed off of something really bad that happened to you for the rest of your life. Because
And I've been doing that for the past 4.5 years. I've been channeling, and don't get me wrong, I've not had a terrible life. That's going to sound like I had a fantastic upbringing. I have a fantastic family around me and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm a human being. I made choices I didn't like in life and stuff like that, and other things have happened out with my control
aye.
that I've never really processed or dealt with, grief and things like
Aye,
that.
yeah.
And that built up for a long time till I said, like in my 30s, it boiled over.
It's
Yeah.
like watching that Ashley Kane. You know what I
Aye.
mean?
Aye,
Like, he's obviously didn't at the start, but now all he talks about energies and fucking putting these negative things into positives and all this kind of stuff. And then there's somebody as a guest, hopefully I'm going to try and get on. She owns a charity called the Bright Star. Mm-hmm. So she dealt with loss of a child and fucking, she could have easily just went, I'm fucking losing the plot. But her life now is to help others with their children.
Aye.
With grief
That's
and stuff.
fantastic.
And it's unbelievable. And she doesn't, it's like, she gets probably what she gets at it is what you're talking about. She gets that positive,
What else sort of-
that energy to use.
Yeah,
I think it's it, and she probably drives off that.
Yeah, you do, and I've done that myself, and that I'm honestly going to admit it's so addictive. But
Aye,
it's
it comes
so
aye,
it's obsessive, and it comes to the point where you actually actively seek negative energy.
Yeah.
So once you know things are going to go wrong, which you patiently sit there and wait for,
Aye.
you're like, when this goes wrong, I'm going to turn this into this motherfucker into something great.
See, you've got to.
And that's not a healthy mindset either.
No, because you're carrying about something that's like doesn't need to be there.
But it's
but-
hard though. I've got see, as I said, we spoke about this when we went away, me and you to Manchester. I'm going to be back on dialysis. I'm not stupid. That's my
Inevitable,
darkness.
aye.
That's
Yeah.
my energy sitting there going, you're going to be there, but you're trying to look in the positives now. You're trying to find my positive. My first time on dialysis was my son just got born and my transplant failed. First one. And my positive for that was, as you're saying, look for the positives. I get to spend time with him now. I don't need to work. As bad as that sound, I'm on dialysis 3 days a week, but you try to turn this energy into a good energy.
Yeah.
But you've still got that dark energy that's there waiting. As you're saying, it's waiting to come and get you.
I think with that, what you said is very important. Acceptance.
Aye.
But no accepting, the thing you've got to accept is know what's happened to you. The thing you've got to accept, the thing that's happened to you is never going to go away.
That's it.
That's it. It's fucking.
It's always gonna
part
be
of
there.
your-
It's always
part of
gonna
your
be there,
DNA,
so-
man. It's stuck with you.
Aye, like,
No.
and once you learn how to accept that, and that is, I must admit, like, I went through a wee bit of a rough patch here with some stuff. Strangely enough, on the outside, with people walking in, everybody's like, "Oh, you're flying." And I'm, you've no idea, pal, but I'm persevering.
Yeah.
And I'll never really show. It's hard, man.
Aye. It's a hard conversation to have talking about things like this because not everybody's going to get it.
Aye. No many men talk either.
Not many people
many
are
men
going to
talk.
understand what you're coming from, because I said life experience, man. You're everything that happens to you through your entire life, you can choose how to take whether good or bad. Know what I mean? Good things that happen to you are always
Can be
positive.
bad.
Know what I mean?
Can
Like
be bad as well.
somebody like winning the fucking lottery. Know what I mean? You go, I win the lottery. That should be positive. But you get people just fucking
They blow
take,
it. They don't know how to
take
handle
drugs
it.
and
They
fucking
don't know
this,
how
that,
to
and other.
handle it.
And it's wild that's how they've channeled
That energy.
That energy into something bad. Know what I mean? And that happens all over the fucking world.
Well, it's kind of funny you bringing up that scenario because that could have happened to me. So I've started this production company, opened a studio and spent a lot of money.
Aye.
But I only got that money due to my illness, MS. I got it through critical illness cover. It paid out. I got a big lump. And 4 years ago, or 4.5 years ago, whatever it was,
Aye, it would have been
5
strong.
years ago, that would have been up my nose.
Aye. Easily. Fucking
Aye.
But
no
now I'm
voice
in
up.
a different mindset. I've got this that the money came for a bad situation, and generally a lot of people, and I've spoke to people it's happened to when they get money for bad situations, they don't want to touch it.
Aye.
Aye.
So, that happened like when my gran passed away. My mum got money from when the house sold, and she literally it wasn't her money. It was her mum's money.
Yeah.
So she didn't like want to touch it. Whereas my mum and dad don't have any money. You know what I mean? They've never had money ever. You know what I mean? So they've had enough to get by the whole life. And me and my sister was like, well, buy yourself a new, like, I know it's his dad, but buy like a new couch. You've never had a brand new couch. It's always fucking second-hand things that are last you like 2 like. But she couldn't touch it because it was like the last piece.
Aye, for
Yeah.
mum.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
last kind of gift in a sense.
Oh, no, I totally get that. But
Aye.
it's been left to you for you to enjoy. That was the
Aye,
person's
aye,
intention in leaving you that
Aye.
was for you to enjoy it.
Make your life.
But
a
I
little bit
get
easier.
it, it's hard to let go sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
And like I say, you go that way, you never touch it, you either blow it
Aye.
or you turn it into something positive. Thankfully I was in the mindset I was in.
Aye.
It'll get big on.
Because you would, what you, I don't know what you'd have done. Obviously, we didn't know you prior, but like you've got something here that's keeping your focus in your mind.
I've been very fortunate that way, like very fortunate because I could have been. I'm off work because I do have another job, though I'm about to leave that job.
Yeah.
Which is a kind of windfall in itself, which people say I'm lucky for again.
Aye.
But I don't mind saying that. Like, I thought I was going to get let go. I'm on a redeployment list for medical reasons. Went into the meeting and all that. Would you take a settlement leave? And I was
no,
like,
fucking
yeah. I would.
3 million he's getting, guys.
Probably have the money before this episode ends anyway, so fuck it. But again, like, I remember telling somebody in my life and telling them about it, and she's like, "You're a fucking jammy bastard," and I was like, "See all of this, I'd give that up." Do you know what? In a heartbeat
aye.
to have certain things in my life.
Aye,
Like,
that's
it doesn't really mean shit.
I know money. As Ashton said, money's just a game.
Aye,
Money's aye,
You're
It's
chasing
a
it.
fucking
it
game,
doesn't
man.
mean
People,
nothing, man.
some people, that is the life, is just chasing it. Like, I keep getting brought up going, "Are you got to get back into accountancy?" And I'm like, "I'm out on it." I says, "I can't."
What's better?
But you need to get this money. And I'm going, money name's jack shit. Do you know what my best thing in my life is? Waking up, cuddling my daughter every month.
Aye.
That's it. But the other people that go,
Yeah,
money.
that's the most
money.
precious thing in the world.
Aye.
What you two guys have, I'm so envious of.
I know.
I'm not going to lie. I am so envious of the life you two guys have.
Aye, I know because we do like.
We take a piss out.
Aye, we take,
This
like-
podcast, you
Nah, but you're fantastic fathers,
Aye.
I can tell.
Aye.
we
Yeah,
take a
we-
piss.
We were always going to be that like.
Aye, that
thing,
was
because
always-
that was always the goal because we grew up with like families and like well, everybody grows up with.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like it was important to us, even at a young age. We've always spoke about it, and see when, like you'd see people that I've said this before. You can get millionaires and billionaires, and they can never buy. Like
We've got.
in a sense,
Exactly.
you know what I mean?
No, they
It's-
can't.
It's
And-
fucking.
And that's 100%. Like you say, I'm on a trajectory. My company's doing really well. I've moved into some new projects and new ventures that have. My prospects in life are looking very good.
Yeah.
Now, anybody from outside, anybody that's getting a glance at it, they're going, fucking hell, you get your hoods, everything's going well for you. I'd give it all up
Aye.
to have what you used to have.
Aye.
I know it's well because like it's hard to see
Well,
that from
hold
the
on.
inside.
I
out.
see.
I mean, like other people, I could look at somebody and go, "Oh, fuck, I wish I'd had that." But
Yeah.
it's like what we've got is just a
It's a
fucking...
dream, basically.
Aye, well, in a sense, a lazy Sunday morning.
Lazy, a good Sunday morning. A sleep would be good.
Like, there's a few wee tweaks I would do,
You
but...
have the greatest thing in life.
Why?
Children.
We have children,
I thought
so...
you were going to see each other.
We do have, we've got each
no.
other. Come on, hold my
You
hand.
have the greatest
each other.
gift in life.
Aye,
Its
yes.
whole purpose here is fucking being here.
That's it, to create more
It's-
life.
It's to create more life, and all these nuggets out there talk about depopulating the planet. Go and fuck yourself.
Aye.
It's the greatest gift in life.
That's,
It is, it's wild. It's and again, like an energy, like having kids to having people relying on you as well, like that.
oh, that's...
It's like it can be exhausting sometimes, but it drives you.
It does, and even like pushing them. Like
Aye.
you've got to like, say when it comes to like, say for instance, Coldy done Span for the first time.
Aye,
So
aye.
I'd got his kit and everything for him, but he never wanted to do it. But I never fully pushed him. I just went, it's a good thing to have, and he done it today. And to me, that was the greatest feeling.
Aye,
the energy for that, with him walking out all smiling, sweating dripping down his face and everything. You're
Aye.
going,
Fucking
it's, and as you're saying, like to us, just, we do take it for granted at times.
Aye.
People like you saying that's a thing for you. That'd be amazing just to feel.
Honestly, man, like family's the most important thing you'll ever have in your life.
Aye, because
If you have a strong family, you've got everything in life.
Because I've always pictured, I know it sounds morbid as fuck, but like you're on your fucking deathbed, you know what I mean? And you've got people around about you, you know what I mean? And there's people in my life that don't have kids and probably will never have kids. And I've always worried that for them, going, see when you're 70, like
Who's
you're
looking
going to
after
have,
you?
who's looking after you? You know what I mean? It's all right to know living this lifestyle you've got and that, but see when it's like when shit hits the fan and you've no, I don't have Wayne's to look after me, but like I feel a bit of comfort in the fact that I've
100%.
got something run about me, and like I say, fucking lying in your dying bed, and they're all still there. Then I feel accomplished, even though I'm not quite there
Yeah,
yet.
that's it.
Know what I mean?
I know 100% we get what you're talking about, because people always ask you what do you want out of life? What's your dream? And I'm like, immortality.
Oh fuck, aye.
And people think you're talking about you want to live forever, like some fucking vampire. I'm like, no, I want my name to last forever.
Aye.
And that
Big
means
time.
I want pass my name from generation to generation, just like my forefathers have done before them. I
Aye,
want
aye.
immortality.
That's it.
And it's scary when you see big families, because her side of the family, like unless Kev, like her brother has a kid, like the name, their second name's going to go done, because it was all the lassies. It's John and like 5 sisters, so it was John's job. He done it, and it's kind of Kevin's job, and he probably doesn't see it as maybe does see it as an important thing to do, but it's scary that a whole family generation just go.
See, I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Scary, man, like-
Aye, that is. See, I've never thought that as. I'm lucky that Adam name. You've got all my brother, his kids, my uncle.
What's your
his-
name, Adam? I thought it was Adams.
Oh, my mum later you for that boy. Aye, so basically we're lucky that spans, but that's actually quite a scary thought, knowing that
It's-
that name.
It's like, see when you live in a town where, I don't know where when you grew up, like there was always family names, or the McDonald's or the fucking Barlett. There's always like there's always these names, right?
Clans. But
Aye.
that comes from old school clan
Aye,
mentality.
so we are like, oh, do you know the Kellys? Like, or do you know this? Like,
Aye.
so, oh no, I know the Kellys are Kelly. So, like, to think, because that second name that they've had has been through for fucking
Forever.
forever, and the fact that it might just go boom and go, no, I don't know any of them.
I get that. Like
That's fucking.
I come from an Irish family, Bradley's, and there's fucking tons of them and all that. And no, my name's Cruikshanks, and you always have to be off stems, don't you?
Yeah.
And Bond and that. But I do. I come from a large family. There's a ton of us, man. And that is, it's weird that, but it is a pure clan mentality, I think.
Because you always go.
Because I know for a fact, like with your family, they're all there. Obviously, like in a certain degree, like
You're never alone.
you're never alone.
No,
So, for instance, I know God's honest truth. I can always rely on you. That's non-stop. But if I really needed, if I was feeling like shit, I could text my brother. And I know he'd be there.
Aye.
And it's just like you're
I do believe in that as well, and I also do believe in your 4 walls.
aye, and we've
I've
always
said
said
this
that.
for the get-go. Like, see, as long as your 4 walls are all right, says then everything else is just noise, man, that you can
Aye.
figure out later on. As long as everybody in that house that you're in
Yeah.
is fucking safe, fucking comfortable,
Aye.
fucking they've got a future, then everything else
That's
is
what
just...
matters.
Aye, because
it's
I've said
fucking-
that for days. Because I always say to Louise, we've got our 4 walls, anything that happens inside it, except leather, because I've got the Polish as bad as me. But anything that's like arguments or anything, you don't go outside your 4 walls and tell people.
I fucking hate when,
Because-
I hate when people do
100%.
that, man.
Because like generally, you can tell your pal something, the next thing you're all the pricks.
Aye, and
then
it'll live forever.
It's always there.
Aye. No, 100%. Like, try to remain private as much as possible. Sometimes it goes out with your control and there's nothing you can actually do there. But I think you're better off dealing with things inside.
Yeah,
because it makes life a wee bit easier when you've kind of got that cemented.
Not just that, because once you do that as well, there's ways you can come back to things. See when things go out there and it's fucking they're out there.
I know.
You're
After some of the shit I've heard for like friends, basically their missus done this, that. I'm never taking them back, and they're back with them. And the back of your mind's always there, going,
What about this?
they did that. They did that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And everybody knows it as you're saying it. Goes out there, and everybody knows it.
Everybody knows it, and it's hard to come back for it. I don't think it's fair neither party in it.
No, it's not
involved in it, because you've got to respect one another.
You take, it's all about respect. As much as we take a piss at our missus, like, and
It's
bully
because
them.
the two of you are shit scared of them.
Aye.
Don't give you a piss.
See, honestly, I've got a feeling like Craig jokes, but I don't think he gets battered at him, man.
No, she's not strong.
Did you use that whip I got you yet?
Do you know what actually fun that? Like, cause I didn't know where the fuck that went. And
Go and run a bit. Woo!
I actually think Isla did clock it one time. She was running a bit, but no, I've still got it. Nah, it's too small, man.
Too small.
You shitter.
I was a shitter. I used the big one for myself, the pure love heart one.
On yourself?
Aye, like,
Walking
Go,
through the house
Horsey,
to go. Galloping through the living room. Fuck's sake, do you want to put a dressing gown on?
Neighbours, I'm like that. Hiya.
How the
Slapping
fuck
us.
we end up in this conversation?
I don't know.
Fucking-
I fucking. I know, but the what the fuck are we talking about again now?
We're talking about obviously positive energies.
Aye. So I like putting stuff out there, like people knowing your business.
Aye,
and stuff
it's
like
just no. And as you're saying, like, you want a positive energy. If your business is out there, you're going to get handles of negative energy.
I don't mind about it. People are going to say what they're going to say, but you just roll with the punches. You take it on the chin. You harness it and you turn it into a positive. Let's say recent events in my life, like the thing that happened, that was a wee bit different scenario.
and
it isn't public, and I don't tend to make it public. So, and that, I'm going to respect that. But it was hard for me to take, and it's took me a wee while. Let's say somebody helped me realise that I needed to get some help on it as well, which is one thing I will say. Like, always take help if you need to do it. And I've been doing that, and it's accepting it. I played my part in it as well, and all that stuff, which is true. That is true.
Yeah, definitely, I think even with being in here, like I've noticed in the past few episodes, I think even the people that might be watching this that have been on the past couple of episodes, they've probably opened up a wee bit more than they thought they were going to open up.
Aye.
They probably come in here thinking, like, talk about this, and especially with Tom when he was on the...
You got a bit emotional.
Right, and do you know what I think
He messages me. He's worried about how many times he's talked about sucking dicks.
Fuck, I know.
Being a minister.
It's always a fucking problem, innit?
I know.
And but he went right back to his life. Know what I mean? And I don't actually think that was his intention.
He's
but
never.
I think he maybe needed to have a wee.
Aye.
Sometimes this
Conversation.
can be therapeutic.
Aye, big time, and you kind of forget that everything went about you, and you kind of get an opportunity.
You get an opportunity. Don't get me wrong, like, I'll be shitting myself in the next 2 weeks. And this episode coming out. I'll have all the anxiety in the world and all that.
It's mad. I could be
But
quite a lot.
we get that every guest that comes on. Obviously, you're obviously.
Yeah, but I've obviously unmasked myself a wee
Aye.
bit as well,
Aye.
which is the first time
You
I've ever done that.
exposing yourself, like fucking, and like your inner self is probably more scary than anything else. Know what I mean, because people know a wee bit more about me for doing this and not about you, blah blah. Shite stories and stuff like that. But
ignore your life as
there's
well.
a sense that there's strangers knowing stuff about you. Is quite. I don't think about it. I don't give a fuck.
Nah,
but
that's weird you saying that, because there is enjoyment in that as well.
Aye.
Because obviously, I done a podcast talking about my MS, right? And someone very recently, messaged me privately saying, "I've just came across this podcast and I'm so fucking in awe by it all. I've had MS for X amount of years myself and blah blah blah, and it just hit home, and I was like, wow, that podcast was done months ago.
Aye.
Talking about like 5 months ago, and that's somebody's reaching out now, like private messaging me, and I was like,
I know me.
wow.
I'm Mrs. going for that. She's like, "Where are you?" And I'm like,
And
"Oh, fuck."
it does make you feel good that knowing
It helps.
that
us.
there's other people out there share the same experiences as well. Do you know what I mean? I got to be wow, it's thank you for reaching out kind of thing. A wee bit
Aye.
back and forth, and it was a lovely conversation. And do you know what I mean?
It
Like,
is good to do. See, I'm at this stage. I can't really get that with the kidney failure because Makes them all bastards and they're all pure doom and gloom. And they've got like 90% is pure day after day in dialysis and they're all doing good. The only other person I've met was that last at Girls Fest.
Aye, I remember.
You say my soulmate.
The one you should have married.
Aye, so she was just upbeat and that, but as you're saying, just even me and that lassie spoke for a couple of minutes. Then I fingered. I'm kidding on. But just that conversation the two was having it was like
You want me to edit this bit?
No, no. It was a nice feeling to know there's somebody there that's
Aye.
just like yourself, a bit positive. With a bad experience, basically.
Well, I've very recently, in the past couple of months, came to realise how fortunate I am. Actually, I'll be my MS. Through someone else, like I've witnessed something that suffers with a condition worse. And I was like, fucking hell, I'm so fortunate. Like, I was like, wow, I'm so fortunate because since I've had the MS, I've had some problems, and like I was like, pity me a wee bit as well. Victim stuff. You do get a wee bit of that victim stuff in. Don't get me wrong. Like I try to channel that energy elsewhere, but I was like, I'm fucking so fortunate. Like I'm at the stage I'm in my condition. So yeah, like you've got to just admit.
You've got to admit it and then just you've got to kind of deal with it head on. I think. And
I won't admit it. There's times that things have happened with my MS, and I've probably milked the situation, but I'm subconsciously it's no me mean to milk it, but you're like, fucking hell, that's happened to me today, and I'm like, I'm gonna take a fucking week. I would do nothing. Like, when really the new what I've had, like I'm on the go constantly, and there has been the odd time I've woke up like I'm feeling it today. I just power through it. Do you know what I mean?
That's
like
good.
I'm like I'm not dying here. Let's fucking pick yourself up and get on with it, son. Do you know what I mean? And but it's good knowing other people are out there.
Yeah, it's good to know because it means, sounds weird, it's like a weird connection you've got in a sense with random people that you don't know. And it's quite good that way. I need to make more kidney for your people and meet my dream person. Kidding on.
Well, put it out there.
I definitely think you should talk a wee bit more about it because there's
definitely.
no a lot of young people out there for.
No, I used to have to speak to them.
Aye, so I do feel like maybe we should have a good full-blown conversation about it because obviously my experience with you getting it.
It's not as how I met him.
Aye. I mean, so
it's all about his kidneys.
Aye, so it's like I think it's a good time to maybe talk. Like you should be more active about. I
should.
think you're a wee bit scared of the subject sometimes because how real it can be.
Aye, so I've always said that it's when you speak to people, they go, Simon, they'll be like, can you just like no think about it? And I'm going, it's hard, as Craig saying, it's always there. So, like, in the morning, I've got to wake up and take my anti-rejection tablets or I go to sleep the same. So, I'm scared to talk about it in case I unmask myself. Right now, I'm sitting having a laugh. I'm in agony most days. People don't know that. My arm's done. My arm's completely done now. I'm struggling. I can't even lift certain things. I've got a kid on I'm lifting. So, for instance, when we've done that podcast the week of the Prime, nearly empty. I was just kidding on it so I could try and lift it. Just to kid on. I was drinking it for a joke, obviously. But your mask is there and you try not to show it, and I think that's something I'm scared to reveal myself in case I drop the mask too much and I end up breaking down. It's a hard
fuck
thing.
it, man. Like, you're in the position you're in, buddy.
I know. No,
And
I
it does not change the person you are inside.
I know I'm sexy as always.
That's
You know
it,
what?
like,
No, but I get it because we've all got. Sorry, I cut you off there.
No, you go. I'm just going to talk shit.
We have got a mask. Like, we spoke about this the very first podcast me and you done.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a mask to be in public and all that because of the illness. But see now, I'm just like done with it.
Aye.
I've come off my treatment.
I can't. Back when dialysis.
I've come off my
What
treatment.
treatment
I've
you get,
honestly.
sir?
It was just tablets I was taking, but the tablets were rough as anything. They're causing all sorts of problems.
So
Let's
it's
say it
not-
was causing me to get tested for bowel cancer all the time and all the stuff I spoke about in previous podcasts. And I'm like, I'm coming off this fucking shit.
Aye.
Like, I'm coming off it. So I came off the tablets. They phoned me up the other day. I was like, I'm off all that. You find me an alternative. It doesn't give me any of that. I'll consider going back on treatment.
Aye.
Until you do, I'm not going near it. Because
Aye, 'cause-
it's no. See, since I've come off the treatment, I've never felt better physically.
That's weird, that, isn't it? Like,
mad,
because obviously, it's not like you're making it up. You
Well,
obviously know it. And
the
you're-
treatment's obviously designed to try and prevent me relapsing my condition, right? I mean, it's only got a 50% chance that happens.
Aye.
But I could relapse in a year, I could relapse in a week, I could relapse in 20 years. You never know when the relapse is going to come. But it's giving me all these side effects
gonna
in between
say-
the
you're
relapses to try
suffering
and
for no
prevent
fucking-
something that is going to come anyway.
Aye,
And
so
I'm
it's
like,
no point.
what the fuck am I doing this shit for?
I know.
I'm done. So I've cancelled I've said don't send me any more tablets, don't do anything. Unless you can find me an alternative that does not give me any side effects, I'm just going to roll with the punches and I'll deal with the
And like, see,
relapse
you're
when it comes.
talking about that, like, see me like antidepressants and stuff that they just fucking eat everybody now. Like,
That's terrible.
it's like the whole fucking country, or the whole world's relying on these things, and they're no meant to be a constant thing. You know what I mean? Like, they get treated in this country, and maybe in America
They're
it's like-
abused.
aye, it's like they're meant to be situational, like, help. You know what I mean? Because like, people are on for fucking years, and then what happens is when something goes wrong, go, I need to change my tablets. Going, no,
It's
you
dependency.
Need to, you need to change something in your
They're,
life.
they're, they're actual creating addicts.
Aye.
They are throwing prescriptions out there
Aye.
creating addicts, and it's terrible.
That is because one
And it's actually scandalous, and I think it should be addressed in some way, shape, or form
Aye.
because people getting flung onto tablets that don't know how long.
The guy-
They don't know what's going to happen when they try to come after them. They don't have
They're
any
scared.
idea.
People are
They're not
scared.
getting any proper consent to this. They're just gave a prescription and getting on with it. And I'm like, that needs in the health service. That needs to stop. That is criminal.
Because there's people out there that are taking things that are fucking too scared to come off because they think
Because their brain goes. Their
I'm
brain.
going to go mental
Aye.
or I'm fucking.
That's it.
Because you get a lot of women that obviously like postnatal depression. You know what I mean? Like, that is a real thing, man. It's fucking shocking.
Big style, aye.
It's mad, right? So I get that, like, but they need that help at that time. Says, but then they just snowballs into, right, well, it's not that you're not as bad anymore. Here's a 5 milligram version, and it's just like there's never an end. They don't go, I'll take these for a couple of weeks and then you can stop.
Aye.
They're just fucking pump.
What I want to know is at what point in society did it become medicine is the answer to everything?
Aye, that's it.
Because like you're saying, their postnatal depression is severe, serious, and so many people are suffering from it. And I've obviously heard like it's caused by iron tablets and things like that, and they've had to take during the pregnancy. Like, why is there no alternatives?
I know,
Is there
because
no better level of care?
What's her name? Barbara, something that does the. She's all about no taking medicine. So see, for instance, blood pressure, not turmeric, stuff like that.
And natural,
natural.
aye.
That's what she's all about. She's all about natural. Like, people come to her, my wein's bloated, not what you feeding them. Don't feed them that. Feed them just straight milk. All they need is milk. Then it's fine. But there is stuff out there.
That's
saying
risky.
Aye, that is not.
That's risky.
What?
Straight milk.
Aye.
I just
Dairy-
the milk.
dairy
Just
things, but like,
no, I'm talking about for babies, like breast milk. She was saying if you still
All right,
breastfeeding-
breast milk.
Aye,
I
sorry,
thought
that's
you
what I
mean
meant.
like
No.
whole milk of a cow. lad.
Just
No, that's
basically
got
said
to
the
be
one- she went,
fucking
some
looked
shit
at
in
that.
No, sorry. She went, are you feeding the Wayne? She went, aye. She went, does the Wayne still breastfeed? Aye. She went, just breastfeed. And it goes down. But she all looks at the herbal stuff. And there is stuff out there, but the medical company's earning too much money.
I'm
They go,
probably one for this as well. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
minute you get a wee fucking headache, you're like, boom. Grabbing a couple
Paracetamol,
of
rather than
paracetamol.
shutting the curtains and turning the telly off.
Aye, or fucking go and drink some water, have a drink of water, go for a bath, go for a shower, fucking.
Aye.
Like, because I used to find, right, so I suffer a lot of fucking dental care was shocking growing up, man, right? So a lot of fucking pain, and I was gobbling these fucking tablets. And do you know what I actually found? Like, when I did have fucking toothache, it was distraction from my mind. I would never ever have toothache when I was working. It's wild. See the minute I woke up, I'm fucking agony. See the minute I got in my motor and went to my work, and I had to do my work, it fucking disappeared. But then the minute I get
Distraction.
home and sat down, I went, starting again. I'm going,
Yeah, it's mind over matter.
Aye, and I'm like, it says,
It's definitely mind over matter.
or like I can take like, so I've tried this. Like, see if you take like a painkiller and you keep thinking about, oh, when's this going to start? When's this going to start? When's this going to start? It never
Never
will.
was.
But if you take it and fucking go a drive to fucking McDonald's or something, your headache's away. So it's all the fucking brain.
It's mind over
It's
matter.
fucking- it's-
And I don't think there's enough out there regarding
To help.
that. I think we have got into this cycle of society. What you say, drug companies and all that. Like,
Aye.
throw tablets at the problem because anyway, people are making money off that. So I think that's something's definitely got to change here because it's destroying lives. To be honest, and we were talking a wee bit about the OxyContin thing earlier on, and look at that in itself.
wild.
There's obviously other things that are recent medical scandals and things like that. And I think there has got to be a whole reshape of medication in itself because the medication I was on, wasn't just thrown that medication. Like, I was gave booklets on this medication, side effects, everything it can cause. I had to go away for 3 weeks, read up on all that. I had to come back and then sign a consent form. And then I had to give blood to make sure my body could handle the medication and test and all that. And I think every medication that somebody has prescribed, if it's needed, should go through that rigorous.
Aye.
Because, like...
because people take stuff and know what it's doing to them.
I know, and like you said, that actually should be a thing of knowledge. Like, there's got to be professionals out there that have more knowledge about this stuff as self-care to help, you know what I mean? Because, like, you get people that have fucking heart issues and this, that, and other. Fair enough, you do take these tattoos, angina, I think it is.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But, and then, like, diabetes and people taking injections. But there is methods out there to help.
Aye.
Know what I mean? But nobody knows, know what I mean? It's too fuck that, I'm not doing that. It's too complicated where it should be the first option.
Should be. Like, I think it's lack of inexperience a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But I'd
And
say
fear
that
as well,
like, every doctor in my life, I think, it's been the same. Let's throw medication at the problem, and that I'm starting to be like, no, let's investigate the problem.
There's always a reason. Know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to really investigate, because I've come to the theory, not every drug's for every person.
No.
No, definitely not. Know what I mean?
Like,
Some
that drug I was on there certainly wasn't for me, but
I hear people
could be
comparing fucking what they're on. Oh, I'm on this. Oh, I'm on that and all. But if you get this, you get that, and I'm going, what the fuck, man? Like that's like today's society. But compare. Have you ever watched? Remember Heathers? Because you are kind of old enough. Remember Heathers? It was like an old 80s movie. No.
90s movie. It was like
Heathers?
the cool girls and all, the it girls. It was one of these films. But they remade it recently in a modern era, and like the main lassie's like this overweight kind of like they stroke them kind of girl, and it's and like walking up to people going, so what's your damage? And I was just like, what the fuck?
That's
What mindset is that?
I know.
But is that the way they're fucking...
That's the perceiving.
What, is that your damage? Oh, I'm on this, I'm on that, I've got this wrong, I've got that wrong with me. Like, every cunt's got fucking shit wrong with me. Just get on with it. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think we need today.
Because people are starting to become...
Normalised.
No, it's so normalised. I mean,
it's beyond normalised. It's like a badge of honour.
Depressing.
What depressants are you? Oh, I'm in there. I was on them ones, but I went like these ones because we're so much better. And you're going, you're not.
I think it's intentional.
Aye.
Even us growing up from, and maybe we weren't around about these type of people, but growing up through up to the age of maybe 24, 25, I've really heard of fucking people own them, that are talking about them, but I don't know if it's because of fucking social media and TikToks and all that shit that have made people try to word it, like they've made them more like acceptable to be damaged. I mean, it is in a sense, right? But like,
it's became fashionable.
Instead of having a solution to your problem,
people are making money off it.
Aye. Let's put it this way. I found out.
Some fucking South Park and all that. I mean, you get in fucking programs and like Bluey and all that going, oh, it's like talking about like fucking one of them in Blues and antidepressants and shit, and you're like,
aye.
But it is sociable and it is monetised. I know that's a problem.
It's like people make money off.
Because we were talking about that. The money I get is nothing like what I was getting. Like I'm talking to somebody that says I said I've got mental health. Every weekend, every night getting pissed. A wee bit of mental health, which that's still a thing. They were getting more money than me, and I'm on dialysis, and I'm going, how the fuck is that normalised? But it's
a society
we're living in now.
But I want to touch on what you just mentioned there, TikTok and things like that, and how it's getting normalised through all the social media. There's a thing in social media, a phrase that needs to be addressed, and that is, it's okay to not be okay.
Aye.
It's the biggest bullshit statement in the world. It's not okay to... It's not okay. To be not okay is not okay. Like, everybody has problems. What is okay is addressing them and dealing with them.
That's it.
That's what is okay.
Big time.
Yeah, admitting you have a problem is good, but it doesn't stop there.
The problem's still there.
The problem's still there, and that's what people have created. It's
better to get better.
See, that quote alone has created this. It's created that society where, as long as I just admit I have a problem, then it's all fine. Because it's okay to not be okay. Bullshit. You have a problem, you've got to deal with the fucking problem.
Aye.
Aye.
And until you do that, your life's never going to be changed.
Aye,
you're never going to be
stuck.
better.
You're stuck as the same
You're
fucking
stuck
person.
where you are.
Aye.
And yeah, you can monetize it and get
That's-
followers and all that stuff. And hats off to the people that are doing
I
that.
think people are like, say you're talking about, I'm sorry, you go.
No, go on.
I see how you're talking about people being stuck. Like, I think that's a big fear in our generation of people thinking they're just not doing enough.
Aye,
I
that's
think
it.
that, like, you get, I've not done it. Like, there's nothing happening in my life. Going, well, you're living a healthy life. You know what I mean? You're fucking getting to wake up every morning and you've got wains or you've got, like, fucking a roof over your head. People are getting obsessed with, it is good to progress, but people are getting obsessed with the fact they're not all the time.
Yeah, it's society's
That's
made it.
fucking-
And I think it's very much intentional.
Aye.
This is very intentional. Where all this came from, this is designed to keep society in a certain mindset.
Aye. I could-
It's why
the
people...
winter's on our hole.
The one is in a hole, and that's why that gets pumped out and goes viral. It's why when people talk about these things, it's okay to not be okay. Why they go viral and things like that. That's why, because it's all designed to keep you in this certain area.
Keep you in a fucking cage, man.
Now look at me, Megan, Scheme Dreams, right?
aye.
She's been through some stuff recently.
Yeah.
Alright, so everybody knows she went viral for being in the hospital. She done that herself. And she talked about it. We put a clip out recently. And she's like, I came to the realisation there was a problem.
Aye, and
So
that's-
I seek to help.
Aye.
And I
Aye.
put myself in the hospital. That's brave as fuck.
Aye.
Aye,
That should be applauded.
Big
It
time
should be.
because it's easy for her. She could easily just went off the fucking rails.
Rails and went
damaged
mental.
her family, run about her, done loads of things that.
She took responsibility and she went and get the help. And look at her. She's come back and she's flying.
Mindset is fucking amazing. though.
Aye, she's flying. And all hats to her.
I think it was really just the break for the wins. I think I might fucking stick in a rubber. I think I'd come out fucking flying after 3 weeks. I'd come out looking about 22. I'm like, "Woo." But no, like her doing that is something that people like a conversation. If you maybe have a conversation with somebody going, oh, she checked herself in, right? Going, oh, taking a piss at it, right? Because I didn't like the whole piss take where,
We didn't like that.
like,
at all.
see when I seen that in Glasgow Bible, man, I'm like,
Aye.
Well,
that's somebody and that's took fucking responsibility for what's happening to them and making, like you're saying, making that negative into a positive. She's like, do you know, I'm in here, I'm getting better, I'm here to be better. You know what I mean?
She
These
get
are
dragged
sitting
over the
there.
internet by Glasgow Bible.
Aye, she was.
And I don't know if you're not alright with me saying this, I'll cut it out for you. But like, you came to me when that happened, and you were kind of new here, and you're like, I reported them.
Aye, because it wasn't for a positive thing.
No, because you
No,
texted
it
me
was
straight
just
away
Fucking
going, look
laugh
at that.
and going like that with some cunt helping themselves. You know what I
Aye.
mean? Like, and fucking
Aye.
you try to berate her and there's comments of people going, oh, she's fucking this, that, and other. Going, like, why the fuck is this acceptable? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
and I was, and it, hats off to you, because when you told me that, I was like, fucking hell, that's a real man.
aye, because it was, because I just seen a wee lassie. Oh, she's not that wee. She's like 29.
She has a
You
wee
did-
lassie to us.
Aye, but no, I mean, I just seen somebody a wee bit more, somebody vulnerable that was taking advantage of for the wrong reason. I mean, see if they posted that going, this person, like, and I told her story, then I would accept it and go, right, I'll tell her story. You know what I mean? Just fucking made it into some fucking laughing thing.
And it made her look like she was a wee bit nuts, and hats off to Megan, because she harnessed it.
Oh,
And
aye,
she's
big
turned
time.
it
She's
into
even
her
spoke
own
about it,
positive.
Aye, she even spoke about that.
And she's been quite honest about it all. So hats off to her, she's done the right thing. But hats off to yous as well, because the way yous reacted to that, because yous hadn't even met Megan
No,
at that
no,
point.
no, met her.
I've
I've
You
still met
just, aye.
I've just
You
met
still
her.
no met her?
No, I've still
No,
not met her.
I only knew her.
You should meet her
because-
soon, she
Aye.
went soon.
I only knew her because Martin went as my wee cousin. Because they went, oh, so Megan was in and all. I'm like, I don't know who that is. And they went, you do know her? She used to go out with, I'm not going to mention her still, she used to go out with so-and-so. I always remember as that wee last day went out with so-and-so.
Aye.
Because he was a bit older. And I always remember that. And I'm like, I didn't realise it was her. But it was when you said to me, go on and look at the comments. And he's like, I said, how do I report? And I went, that's how you do it. And I went, report. Because she went out there to tell that story. But it was a funny story. She was doing it as a funny, like, hopefully she's not met a Sam yet. Because that was the best part of that. Fucking Sam knew it. But they took it and tried to exploit it and use it for their own, try to
They
laugh
done
about
it for
Aye.
clout.
They done it for
They
clout.
done it for views, clicks, all that
Aye.
pish.
Aye.
Like, and
But
don't
that
get-
could have sent her, like, that
I could have put her
fucking-
back in, like,
Aye.
downward spiral, like, going, oh,
shit,
shit.
cunts
what
are
the
taking the piss at me.
piss
Like,
at me.
I'm trying
Now,
to fucking.
I have put out clips on our socials regarding that scenario. But every single one she's come in and consented to.
Aye, and it's
Aye.
been in a positive
In
manner.
in
though.
a positive manner, it's let her get her side of the story here, and that's what she wanted to do.
Aye,
And
but
we've
like-
done that.
And it's
Do you
in a
know what I
controlled
mean?
environment. You know what I mean?
Aye.
So
Definitely.
You're no recording her fucking when she doesn't know shit like that. No, I mean it's like
You talk about CCTV in here. Everybody's recorded 24/7. Did you know that? Read the signs.
Nah.
okay,
I'm not kidding.
okay. But,
Aye, this place is CCTV
I'm
monitored.
not kidding.
aye.
I don't worry. I only use it for personal use.
I was just getting undressed there, then, for fuck's sake.
Well, I was putting shots on and everything.
I know, that's what why you're telling me to slow down. But no, like as I said, she's probably the kind of staple, or like kind of the kind of what do you call that? The fucking top of what people should do
Aye.
when something like that
Yeah.
happens there. Because for what she's done, it would. There's thousands of people out there that
That
have
didn't
no
like
done it.
that,
When they
aye.
do it, they would just, like I've said about alcohol and addiction, they would just drag people down
Aye.
all the way. That I mean,
I can
before
put
they're
money on
forced.
it. She's helped somebody.
Aye, there's
100% watched
some-
that and went,
100%. I've seen some of the comments for posts she's put on and things like that. Because obviously, all you work with us. We're all we're all partners, business
Aye.
partners. We're all part of the same network. So I've watched it all, and I watch your comments and things as much as possible. I try and repost all your stuff as much as possible. And I've seen people comment on her stuff and comment on new ones and go, oh, "Wow, you inspired me to do this." And I've had that for a lot of people, like your guy Andy. He's had done. Some of the comments are left on the YouTube channel and that were fantastic.
yeah.
He's had Lulu.
Lua. Aye, thanks, Lulu Owl.
It's Lulu on
It's
on YouTube. That's how I know,
Aye.
because she always comments
Aye.
that, like, it's inspiring.
Aye.
It's inspiring, like totally inspiring.
And it gives like people that I hope that people watch your stuff and get like a wee break to watch something. And
That's it. A
kinda
bit of
even
happiness.
if they don't need to like every episode, don't need to like every minute yet. Just there might be something somewhere. Somebody will go, because I've had people message me about wee bits that I've said, or bits that have happened. Going like when we were talking to Ashton about the whole when you had that pint and you kind of like
Aye.
just relaxed, like kind of you breathe. And then somebody messaged me and going like, it's fucking true that, like that wee
Aye.
sense of fucking.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can.
It's a weight off your shoulder.
Aye, and if like it's mad hearing somebody else talk about something that you can relate to, because it gives you a bit of fucking man. That's fucking.
That was the whole point of us. We were the point. We're the middle age where everybody's the same situation as you're fucked. But we've got stuff that you can talk about. Every dad out there's went, my veins up and my wife's doing my head in, but nobody talks about it, and
Aye,
that's
I
where the
know.
good thing. People
But
see it and go,
that's a good thing we use it. Yous are so relatable.
aye. So that's what everybody is. Like Megan, she's dead like what I think you can. Young lassies might look at it and go, that's me as well, like the way you hang with.
Aye, the energy, aye, you know that.
It's
Aye,
good.
defo.
So we're coming close to the end of the episode. So
I know.
it's been, I know it's fucking flew in. I've just
the
looked
whole
at the
day,
time
man.
and it flew in.
I think I'm starting to sober
It's
up.
alright, I run the network, mate.
I
You can
know.
run on for an extra 10 minutes.
Aye, that's good then. So I've got a few questions for you.
Yeah.
His face is like,
Aye. So you obviously talked about how, well, we've spoke half camera, how much you love film and everything.
Yeah.
And Lou Lawrence still one of my questions because you already asked who's your favourite director. You obviously changed that. What's your favourite film as a child, as a teen, and now as an adult?
Alright, that's easy. So it was Mighty Ducks when I was younger.
yes.
See, I grew up in the
Mighty
90s,
Ducks.
and,
Oh,
and I've still got Mighty Ducks jerseys. I got one a year ago for Christmas. And I've just got one ordered for my birthday with Goldberg.
Aye.
So I've got the green one in the house already. And then I've got the white one.
Goldberg. I
I've got
fucking
the white
love
one
Mighty
with
Ducks,
Goldberg in
man.
the back. I've got Conway on the green one. I didn't. So getting that for my birthday, and my birthday's in 2 weeks. Because I'm one of the people that I'll send you my gifts. I'll send you what to get me because I
Aye.
won't like what
We're
you
getting
buy
you
me.
fuck all, by the way.
Aye. Fucking. So I sent that to my sisters.
I get
One of these
that,
guys
aye.
that. So I'm buzzing for that. It was my favourite film
Do you
growing
like
up.
all? Do you like all three? What was your favourite?
2.
Two. That's the one that went. No, was it the college one?
It's Team USA.
Oh, Team USA. I even hang with that was class.
The College Warriors one. Like this is how mate.
Mate, see the third one. I like the third one because, what you watched them grow up, and
Aye,
then seeing them. It's mad how much they hang with, and then
the first one's that. Aye.
it's very childish. The first one I thought was very much like
The second one's my
started
favourite. When I say Mighty Ducks 2, D2.
D2. Aye, the third one
D2.
was a big wee
But
tiny
it's
bit
because
of
I
a
like,
series.
love the Bash Brothers and shit like that. And it
Aye.
had what was the cowboy in it? You had the cowboy that did all the flicks
Aye.
and tricks. Oh, that's gonna bug me now. And then you had the wee Asian guy. It was like super
fucking done
twirled, and then you had
figure skater.
the Mexican guy. It was like
Like,
so fast, but
and he
couldn't
stop.
Aye.
Aye.
all that stuff.
I've not watched them in years.
Louise, wasn't it? Louise.
Louise.
They're all in
Louise.
Disney.
Aye, I know. I need game. I
Eh.
watch.
Loved it, man. But I grew up in the 90s, so I'm 37 in 2 weeks' time. Well, I'll be 37 probably when this comes out.
Yeah, we would say.
And I was like, that was my era. Like, I was into hockey and shit like that. It's still
I played
rollerblade and shit like that.
played
Like, I
ice
can
hockey.
skate.
I done
Like,
ice
that's
hockey.
funny. People don't know I can actually
I
skate
done
and
ice hockey
shit.
for
Aye,
three and a
so
half years. I think it was three and a
Same.
half years I played ice hockey.
it was mad because you seen the 90s, you were close to ages with me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember there was all these teams bounced up in the 90s?
Aye. Who was it? The Paisley Pirates?
Pirates and
Well,
all
you got the
that.
Pirates and all that, and
and
everything, so and then
Full about
Lagoon,
Thunderbolts
man.
and
How
fucking
good was
all
the
that.
skating in Lagoon, man? I fucking wish
you
you'd
ever
bring
go
it
to
up.
So
Lagoon?
what was... Nah, wait, Finiston.
Gun was
So
in Paisley,
Lagoon-
but see, it was a
it's like
Saturday night.
It was like a fucking dancing.
Oh, it was a Saturday. It was ice
right.
skating with a dance.
Tunes were on,
You were
fucking
winching all
lights.
the wee birds and
Oh,
everything.
no.
It was-
Yeah, it was
wait,
class, man.
I'm Southside, so closest rink would have been fucking Finiston. Would have been
Finiston,
because you couldn't get a Butthead or shit.
Aye.
Like that.
Braehead, I've been to Braehead a couple of times. I've
Braehead
not
wasn't
skated.
about at the time.
I know, but see, like, it's mad, right? So when I stopped playing ice hockey or skating, like, I've stopped skating. Like, I didn't go back. I never went back to it because when the minute I outgrown my boots, I was like, buying a pair of boots, and I never did. And it's always mad. See, if I think of something, go, like, you get the wee hands come up going, you don't know when the last time you played with your pals in COD was the last time you played with them, going to be the last time. I was like, I always remember putting these skates, going, oh, fuck, they're getting really sore, getting quite hangry on me. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get new boots and keep my sticky laces. And I never did. And I'm going, that day that I put them down was the last day I fucking skated.
It's crazy. How many years?
Since I skated. Well, I've done the odd wee Christmas fucking welly boot session, but
But it's not really.
no, really, I'll probably say coming up to now, 12 years since I skated.
Yeah. Aye, so I've been there quite a while since I've actually
Aye.
played.
Cause
And I wonder if I still got it.
aye, well, aye. Yeah,
Is this
you
a
do,
bit of
but
content
it's
for
like-
us?
Aye.
I think we should generally, because you see me, I'm a runner. I'm my runs.
Aye,
I try to
start
run, I can't skate. So you two can teach me how to skate.
It's basic. I don't know. People skate differently. I put my feet out to the side to balance. So like fucking when I'm going fast, I push with my feet.
Aye, you push with the heel, like you push.
Aye.
Aye. You
But
push
so,
with-
like he said, people think you keep your feet forward.
feel like
And
you-
that's how you do that.
Aye, so
You've
like
got
you get the old forward glide where you just kind of push forward.
Aye.
But, like I kind of you push off. I mean,
But if you've not got a balance, that's when you're on your ass.
Aye. And it's fucking sore, man. I remember seeing when we went, so the ice was a mess, right? See the one at Elfingrove? I think it was last year, ice was a fucking mess, right? Because they didn't Zamboni nothing, like it was just left all day, it'd be an absolute riot, fucking bumpy. And the skates, man, I'm like, I looked at, honestly, mate, you could have, they were round. I'm like, what the fuck? And I put it on the ice and it was just skipping. I'm going, this is fucking dangerous. You know what I mean?
That
Like,
is
you could
dangerous,
fucking
they've got to
break your
be.
you can break something because
Aye.
the minute I went on that ice, there was no grip. There was nothing. So
That's
you
scary.
literally had to, you couldn't, see I was talking about pushing that, you couldn't do it.
But
So
it's-
my wee boy was getting frustrated because he couldn't do it. And I went, fucking skates are pish.
Aye,
Pure danger.
that's dangerous.
Aye, because
very
it's fucking. I remember the worst one I ever had is when I was just skating towards the goal and it was like we fucking train exercise. You grab them,
Aye.
shoot the puck, and you had to go round. But I kind of twisted my body and my whole fucking body went flying into the boards. But I always remember that because it was my mistake. I was going too fast and I was getting
Yeah.
too fucking cocky. And I'm like, if I didn't have the right skates, that could have been a lot fucking worse. It's all about like the equipment and obviously your skill set as well. I'm just a wee guy, but like I see people doing that all the time on the rinks, and people shouldn't be in that situation. They're in danger because it is a fucking dangerous game. You know what I mean? And you've seen Wayne's flying about the fucking place, and then you got all these wee cunts that are the monitors kicking about with their fucking CCMs and their bears that fucking gliding about, and people are getting all worked up and going right, well,
No
they've got-
plastic boots.
Aye, they've got 150 quid boots on that are sharp to fucking death. You know what I mean? You're walking about these things that have not been sharpened probably in about 5 years.
Aye.
And it put my confidence right. I've gone, I can't skate anymore. Can't skate.
I think we should try it again.
Aye, I got through.
Well, I've got balance issues, so if I'm fucking maybe in a wheelchair. If I
Get
got
your
there,
wee
but-
penguin.
Aye, we penguin.
Get
Fuck
Jonny the
right,
penguin.
oh.
Aye, give me it. So that was a good starter movie. When's your teen movie?
Good fellas.
Good fella.
We did speak.
You did
about
get
that.
bits of them, I like them.
Adult movie has actually,
A part of shite, innit?
it's a 2-part thing, so it's 2 answers because I can't differentiate. 2 of them mean 2 different things to me. Big Lebowski.
I've watched it years ago, but I can't remember it.
I think I watched it at a bad time in my life, and then it made me laugh.
Aye.
So it's all stuck with me for that reason. And then I watched a film the past couple of years. It came out called Hillbilly Elegy. I don't know if you've heard about that.
no.
So it's a true story about J.D. Vance, who's, I believe he's now a senator in America.
Right, okay.
He's a proper hillbilly. Came from a proper hillbilly background, like proper.
Aye.
And now he's a multi-millionaire senator, and it's all about pulling yourself up with the bootstraps. But the only reason I get a fun out about this film, it was up for Oscars and all that, but it get no publicity because it was around about the time of like Black Lives Matter.
So
Because this is a so I came across it was on Daily Wire, and they were saying how the ratings on this, it was like a 99% approval rating by the audience, and every fucking rating hang me. It was like full. Everybody that watched it loved it.
Heard her because it is.
I know.
Fucking,
So it's like Glenn Close. She plays the Mimo, the granny, and she's phenomenal in it. Amy Adams is a mum. I can forget the main actor's name, but you'll know him the minute you see him. He's been on as a star. It's like a big cast. Like it should have won the Oscar.
wait a minute, that fucking rings a bell.
It's on Netflix.
Aye.
I'll need to search it then.
It's on Netflix, and it's so real and emotional. And like the Mimo, Glenn Close kids, she put reminding me of my granny.
Aye.
And shit like that. And I got all my family watching it, and like my stepmom, I watched it with them when I was doing in Durham, and my stepmom was crying a lot because it's so powerful and emotional, and it's really about what we've been talking about here. Like your life can have so many negative energies. It's how you channel that energy. Like he starts off channeling it in a bad way, but a positive influence in his life puts him on the right track and all that. And it's all about that. And I was like, fucking hell, that's so powerful a movie. And I fell in love with it. Like, and it's honestly became my favourite movie. But it gets slated everywhere. Critics were slating it everywhere. So
Something I do.
that's fucking.
I hate when you've got a cracking film.
Have you not watched it? Go and watch Hillbilly
It drives
Elegy.
annoying as fuck when you know a really good film and you're literally begging people to watch it and they go, I don't really fancy it. You're like, I'll
That's
fucking
because
watch
of
it. I'll fucking watch it with you. Just fucking put it on.
No, you fucking ruin movies. Johnny,
I'm
that's
terrible.
happened.
I'm all terrible for that. But by the way, and it's something I really need to address. I'm like, no, we're watching this. You've got to watch this. We're watching this, and it's so terrible to do that. It's something just let the person watch what they're watching. So. Hopefully they take your advice.
Because it's frustrating because you just want them to go, that was amazing. And I'll have to turn and go, I watched it. It was, wasn't that funny? It fucking breaks your heart. You're like, fuck.
But no, I wholeheartedly recommend this film. It didn't get the recognition it did at the time because of all the stuff that was happening at the time. But if it came out in a different period, people would be raving about this movie. The emotional roller coaster it kind of takes you on and the journey it takes you on is fucking surreal for a movie. And like, because movies used to be like that.
Aye, like we were talking about Braveheart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you looked at Braveheart, the cover, you thought it's just an action film. But there's loss in it. There's fucking
comedy.
There's funny.
It's emotional roller coaster.
And you're like fucking up and down, up and down. The end, you're fucking heartbroken. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that took a bit out of me because you don't expect an ending to be like that. You don't get much in films with the main guys. Sorry, any spoilers, but the main guys.
It's been out for about 25 years.
You see that? But Lucy, she's not.
It must be coming up to 30 years.
1995.
Aye.
Fuck, man, we're old.
Aye. So,
Fucking hell.
so it's like. There's nothing better when a film or a good series grips you.
Aye,
because
I
it
think
takes you there.
Takes you an emotional journey, and I think that's been lost for movies and things like that.
Marvel
Yeah,
kinda
like
lost
the
it, killed it a
kind
wee
of
bit.
this new CGI.
Enjoy all that, but
and
it has
you
killed cinema.
can't, and all this the message shit and it's the all the quality nonsense you put in films that totally diminish character building in movies and shit like that. Because character building, that's what this whole purpose of this film is it's a person's journey and the influences it created the person he becomes at the end, and it's total character. It's so refreshing. It's like wow, and the story is so powerful as well.
Definitely.
So, what is your dream destination to go and visit?
Oh, in general,
In the what?
that's a good question. I have different things I want to do in my life. I'm not going to retire in Italy. I promised myself that years ago, and I will do that. Probably Verona. I'm going to retire in. I don't know why, but the place just looks beautiful with the Florence. But I'd like to go to Bali.
Bali. That would be good.
I'd like to go to Bali. I do want to go to Austin, Texas now,
Aye.
because that's became the new California, but the old school 90s California. It's became the hip place to be. I'd like to go to the mothership, Rogan's mothership. But
Depends what mood
Italy.
you're in, man.
Italy's gonna. I've never been to Italy before, and I don't really want to go to it until I'm ready to live there.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's a good thing, because what if I go and move
It's
there?
shite.
Fucking
Shite, man. This place is stinking. Hate these cunts.
You've been
But
buzzing it till you retire. Oh, I can't wait
No,
to go.
like,
Shite.
I've always promised to myself, and even if I'm with somebody and they say, I'm not going there, but all right then, I'll send you the divorce. You've signed a prenup anyway.
Prenup signed.
Aye. So that's probably Bali kind of the new, but I change because the world changes. That's one thing. Look, because I've always had different places that I want to go to throughout my life, and that's because the world changes round about these places.
Aye.
If your mindset changes in what you want in life.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, if
your
you probably
mindset.
maybe said this to you 15 years ago and you're, Ibiza. You know what I mean? Best place, you know what I mean?
I lived in Mallorca for a while. Probably about 2011 or something I stayed there. Wasn't my scene.
I'd love to go to Switzerland. Not to kill myself. But just this looks like a cracking place.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Aye.
It's beautiful,
money
man.
to
Like
fight for
my dad did the Tour de Mont Blanc. My dad did that a couple of years ago, and he said it was magical, and that's like the kind of centre point of Switzerland, France, and Italy. And then, well, you know what Mont Blanc, it's pens and all that fucking. So my dad walked that, and he said it's magical. With the scenery and all that, it's
So we've
magical.
hopefully got somebody coming.
But you got a kind of funny story about
Aye,
it, like because when you get up to the Mont Blanc, apparently it's quite narrow walk past, and then it drops, and you've just got like a wee rope. So like they're walking up this bit, and it was a bit scary. And they saying that they came to a wedge, and like they're walking up, and it was like a storm was happening, and you have to go up these ladders and onto the next ridge. But they didn't know what the fuck was on that ridge above, and the fucking weather was hellish. So they said we sat there for hours, like trying to get cover on this wee thing for hours, and then finally my dad said, "No, fuck it, we have to get off this point. This is dangerous where we are." So he climbs up, and there was a fucking hotel.
Have you Greg's?
Imagine that. 2 years down there and then go, you dirty, smelly bastard.
I
Some cunts
cannot
get
believe
that
it.
tax.
I could have had a steak pie and everything. They were there for hours. Like I think like we're in danger at this point. We're in danger.
risk of life.
For a few fucking steps, like climb up a wee ridge, and then they would have been out.
There's some cunt looking out the window going,
When the guys
staying
dead
there?"
sitting in there.
What's doing there?
But I'd like to tour the world. Obviously,
It would be.
if I get financially secure enough, I can just travel about the world and create content or do whatever I want to do. I'd love to do that. I'm a history buff and I like old culture. I'm more a city break guy than I'm more a beach guy. I've always been that way.
I've turned that way now.
I like to go to places where there is a bit of history and a bit of culture. Although even though I'm not necessarily religious or any part of really any faith. I'm kind of spiritual myself, but I'd love to go to the Vatican.
I think that'd be
I
amazing.
love it. I did actually try to study religious, like canon law in university, but it just didn't plan out that way. Ended up going into something else. Like my open university, I was trying to do it, and I was like, because it fucking fascinated me so much, and I just love all that shit. I'm weird. Do you know what I mean? So I'd love to go to places like Rome, but again, I've told myself I don't want to go to Italy until I retire.
You're just getting yourself a fucking headache. But
I can be weird. Like I've got a switch inside me. See, when I flip a switch, I can go on that path and stay on that path. Like nothing's deterring me for it. It doesn't matter what the fuck you throw at me. When I've tunnel visioned that, I'm fucking doing it. And that's nothing. Doesn't matter what you throw at me. You ain't fucking halting it. You ain't stopping
I'm
the train.
hoping I get a wee bit more like that. I think I'm very, like, I try my hardest, but there's all these wee fucking things just pull me away, and I allow it. Like
You're quite laid back, I know.
It's always a choice I've made, and so I'm not pure beat myself up going.
Sometimes you stray off the path a wee bit, and that's going to sound bad, stray off the path. But
When
you're on a life path,
when you've got something, you're
sometimes
fucking
you
driving for.
go in a certain direction with a life path because you feel like maybe a person or a thing could be a positive path to take. And then it doesn't turn out to be that. So you have to find your way back on your path. Some people don't find that way. Some people just remain lost out there in that wee wilderness. But I've since I've been kind of sober, I've found this ability to flip the switch and just turn back on the path of his own
Aye.
and leave that scenario behind. And I've always been able to do that since I got sober. Don't know where it came from. I don't know if it is necessarily a good thing because it can be cold.
Aye.
It can be cold.
Yeah.
Like,
Aye, knowing people are fucking
Aye,
being selfish a wee bit
can,
sometimes.
like, if when I decide it, I decide it, and
that's
that's
it.
nothing's deterred me for it. So it's good and bad points to it. And
I think we should go to Tom's gig.
I'm in Cyprus, mate.
Are you?
I'm like,
I might say to him,
say to him that I've got the
I'll
gift as well.
send you a link to the thing. It's like he does it at bar. It's a spirit.
I'll
Scotland
come
games
along.
going.
Aye.
Scotland
I'll
games
come
going.
along and show support. He is messaging me shit and he said earlier this podcast, by the way.
Good.
Do you tell him I'm a spiritualist? Do you tell him I've predicted your children?
So it's your fault.
That's my fault. I actually have.
He knows when I've Wayne's I'm having like it fucking
Don't know why, it just comes on read.
gender and when I'm having like twice. It's
That's
happened.
weird.
Twice.
How long you two been married?
We kind of met when 5-year-old and then we just started getting close when we were 12.
Well, as I say, we've known each other. since we were
Childhood
5-year-old.
sweethearts. It's quite a cute story, man. How many children you got between you?
Four.
Four.
Oh, no, I'll get more than that, probably.
Because you just done a trip to Legoland, didn't you? Was it a lads trip?
It was
Aye,
the
it
lads,
was
it
all
was just the
lads,
boys. Just the boys, just the...
Fucking sexist bastards.
No, to be honest, no, the reason we did it...
Didn't want
No,
women.
the reason we did it is it was dear. And it was dear, and that was a 2 years split in the price. Now, you take the woman and kids, we're going to have to double that. So it would be like 2 rooms. Me and him shared a bed, cuddled, watched Twilight.
Full shebang, man.
Full shebang. But if you remember, if you're doing
Oh, no, you were sending me your dirty Snapchats
Aye.
about
So
you.
you enjoyed them. You were sending mine back. So it was the whole point of that. And plus, the boys, for the last few years, have had to deal with the wee lasses. They've not been getting much attention. It's not been about them full
Plus,
time.
it was good for us to do it because we've never had shit like that. I never
grew up
left
that.
Scotland till I was like fucking.
My brother took me in my
Like,
first holiday.
so I never had anything like I'm a person of it, but I never had any experiences. And that's what it's saying. Like, never had any experience. So see, I was going doing that, like, and then going to Blackpool afterwards. Going, so what,
I must admit, it looked fantastic.
they might not remember it for the rest of life, but
we
fucking
will.
we will. So,
Good.
Aye.
so sometimes I think that's just as important as them
that's-
enjoying it. You know what I mean? So
No, it did. It looked, and you were sharing the memories, and that's what life's all about, is sharing memories with your
That's-
loved ones. So,
And that's it. It was all about having a laugh and just enjoying time, making sure they knew they were loved, and they did know that because they spent a fucking
fortune, aye.
Mate, we get 2 drinks, mate, 14 quid.
I know.
I'm like, you fucking what? A kid's set meal was 25 quid. It was like fucking tiny wee portions, 25 quid. Like that.
McDonald's,
Fucking
mate.
rotten,
Just
man.
go to McDonald's.
We did. We got
No, we
KFC the
KFC
second
delivered.
night. Aye, we want to fucking get that delivered.
So, final question. Usually I ask, second final question. Usually I ask, what's your death row meal? But we've already discussed this previous podcast. So I'm going to ask you, what's your McDonald's order?
Oh, it changes.
So right now, what is your McDonald's? What would you get right now? See if you're munchy, like pure starving, what would you get?
I've had my ideal McDonald's order.
Ideal.
It's big, tasty,
Big tasty.
with a side of a double cheeseburger.
Yep.
With some wee cheese bites and some chips. And
You get a dessert.
if I'm feeling like a fat bastard, like I mostly do, a wee apple.
I've never had an apple pie before.
Oh, they're dynamite,
They
mate.
brought out like a chocolate one. didn't
I
they?
had
Or a
the
brown-
chocolate
a
one
brown-
was awesome.
They
The
brought
Galaxy
a
caramel.
custard and rhubarb one.
Fuck, aye. I love
But
the
it's
bug,
something,
man.
I don't know what it is, mate. It's just something about it. But see if it's you get it and it's piping hot. That's how I'm happy with Uber Eats now, man. Because
takes
you
the
get that wee cool with it. But when you used to get in, you buy one in the shop and you
Aye.
bite into it and it stick to your chin.
Fucking
You're
fucking
like,
wee bums, man. Fucking your fucking chin hair off it.
Aye, fucking burning a bum fluff.
So usually my final question is, would you come back on again? But this could be your last podcast.
This is my last podcast.
This is your last podcast. You'll
I made the
might see you in
decision.
the
This
screen.
is one of these moments where I was just explaining to you when I flip a switch and I'm making a decision. I've been knocked into doing a podcast recently and only did that because I knew the person, he was asking me to do it. But this is the last ever podcast I'm going to do and let's have it.
Aye.
Right, new fucking chapter.
So you've waited to the best to last, basically.
Aye. And don't get me wrong, you never say never, so in 6
Aye.
months,
Aye.
it's a year's time, something could happen and I want to go and speak about it.
Aye.
In an emergency situation, or if there was something I felt had to be said, or I had to set records straight, or anything like that.
Yeah,
there's
come
a-
on.
There's an
I'd
avenue.
come on camera then.
But you don't want to.
You might
that's
see me in
true.
some behind the scenes stuff that we're
Yeah.
going to do because we are moving into a lot of new projects. So we never really get into that. So
I know.
let's have it. It's now joined partnership with B12 Entertainment, and we've moved into the music industry and filmmaking. So hopefully in July we're gonna be writing, directing, producing my first music video.
Some buzz, mate, for that.
Yeah, so I'm in discussions right now. The band I'm discussing with, they seem to love the idea of what we proposed. And hopefully I'm starting that in July. So finally, my lifelong dream of being a filmmaker will be met.
Amazing, mate.
And it's just going to be the start. I was saying, like, 5 year time, if we on the making features, I've failed.
Aye.
Oh, that's
it.
just, you fucking need to set that path, don't you? You
You need to set your path. You need to set your path. So the music stuff, it's strange when I was talking about earlier on, when I was talking about like shit just chaps in your door, and I never, all this stuff started going well for me, but I never channeled it. It just came out of nowhere.
Aye.
The music thing was one of them.
Aye.
And I was like,
Fuck bad times.
no, perfect timing and no perfect timing,
Aye,
you know
aye.
what I mean? Like, never knocked back the opportunity. And it's been fantastic. Like, what everybody's doing, it's been fantastic. We've got gigs and things like that. We're filming content, we're doing documentaries, we're doing all this stuff. Like, we've got a goal and a vision to create a platform for the independent music scene in Scotland and things like that, which it doesn't really have necessarily at the moment. Only a few get the recognition it deserves. So we're doing things. It's going to take us a while to build that platform. Though we have got an event coming up, which let's have it. Our hosting is kind of different. So it's called Rooftop Sessions. So obviously we have a rooftop garden up here.
I was pimping that quite a lot last night because we were out with people that are in the theatre industry, and I was actually asking that. We'll have to pass it through to Sweeney Martin, because he's always surrounded by people that are into music and playing and all that, to give people opportunities, because it's fucking like anybody that seems to like that wants to get somewhere, they've not got anything, they've not got any platforms to use.
That's it.
Because unless you go viral in a TikTok video or a fucking thing,
Unless you get lucky.
Aye, unless you get lucky. Like, I mean, like it was we Callum Bowie, the singer. I
follow him.
I messaged him a couple of times, like just talking about his gig in Edinburgh and stuff, and I'm going, like, he's talented as fuck. Know what I mean? Like his songwriting is fucking. I actually couldn't believe that his songs from like this wee guy, this young boy. Know what I mean? And he's passionate about it. He's just done a tour with somebody, and he just smashed the life out of the whole. Because he was the one leaned out the window, didn't sing the songs. He found a wee niche and he fucking stuck with it.
There's plenty of people.
Not everybody's got like that to go after.
It doesn't. You can't always recreate somebody else's magic.
Aye, exactly, 100%.
And it's very hard. Like, you've had a couple of bands out there that have got lucky, stuff's been viral, catchy wee tunes have done or whatever, and they went viral. I've had some in the studio that's happened to, but that's a very small fragment of the independent scene. And they're not getting any recognition or any. And there's so many good singers there. We just went, unfortunately, you guys weren't there. Jonny came storming in like that. So the other night, your night out and all that, because you never got an invite. But it was a spontaneous thing. It was just like off the cup. I'd set it up for the girls because they'd done something for me. I said, go along to this event. He's like, all access, all areas and stuff. Hang about with the musicians and stuff. And there was all female singers, bar one guy who was really good, Sam. And like some of these guys are now going to be playing in the rooftop sessions.
Nice, smashing.
So the rooftop sessions is going to be.
It's like kind of like a live lounge. Would you say?
Kinda.
I fucking love that.
It's funnier people.
It's kinda like a live lounge. So I think I was looking for 10 artists. I've got about 7 interested. I think pretty much confirmed. And they're going to come and do 3-4 YouTube covers, acoustic versions on the rooftop up here. So we're going to set it up. You guys are going to be there, having a bit of fun, a bit of ambience and stuff like that. And these guys are going to do these songs for YouTube, and it's a way for them to get their talents out there, because it's very hard to get recognition and put your songs out there. And what we're doing at Let's Have It is, I've came to the conclusion that nobody in this industry really helps each other too much, unless it benefits themselves. And really, there's strength in numbers to anything you do.
That's it.
If you look at some of the most successful people in this industry, they've all been part of groups.
Even part of something.
So you try to recreate that in Glasgow. And thankfully yourselves and other people that are involved in it have clicked onto that, and a couple of people in the music industry we've came cross pathways have started looking at it and going, wow, you're introducing, you're networking with other artists, we're giving them the chance to collaborate and things like that. And hopefully they can help each other out. Because that, once you do that,
it's just snowball. It's fucking.
it snowballs.
For everybody,
That's
not
it.
everybody. Fucking negative.
Exactly, it's a positive for everybody. So, doing that, and that's about it's going to be on the 13th of July.
See, mate, I'm just wondering though, what is there going to be a fire there? Because we're used to the fire being on the telly.
Oh,
We
you're
need a
on the
fire
rooftop. Oh, the sun's out and all that. Would you put a fire for?
because it's ambience. We enjoy it. We need a fire up there.
Fingers crossed.
No, but look, I had one of her artists. She was messaging me her songs last night, and the songs she picked were phenomenal. And I'm
I
like,
think it was a
buzzing to hear.
fucking brilliant video, just in the rain, but just
Aye.
every cunt fucking jamming. I think that'd be class.
It would be. But the what we're going to do, the way I'm going to play it is if I can get to 10 artists, which I think it will easily anyway.
I know, fucking.
And I'm going to run this every month. That's the thing. This is going to happen every single month. And I'm going to get 3 songs off each of them, divvy up the 3 songs, and put them out one every day for the whole month.
Yeah.
A new song every day. Not going to be any structure to what song's going out when. It'll just be random. And then also going to film the event behind the scenes and all that. Everybody having a bit of a laugh and a joke and stuff like that. So,
I didn't need to go.
aye.
She started
But
work,
aye.
started to went to work.
And then,
Oh, for
I
fuck's
forgot
sake.
about it, I didn't know the time.
You went ahead then, son.
Aye, I'll better bounce.
nah, we can wrap up here anyway, guys.
You sure?
Aye.
Right, so thank you very much for joining us. And Big Dogs, yes, you off the screen now for the
know.
podcast
Back
for a
in your
while.
hole.
Oh, back in my hole, man.
Right,
It's been a
thanks very
pleasure,
much,
guys. Been a pleasure.